Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to Football Overseas and welcome to the predictions video in which it is game week 18. So we're halfway through the Bundesliga now. All the first round of games against every single opposition for each team has been played. And now they got to do it again for another 17 times. Listen, before I begin, you already know what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications, like and comment your way. Give me your predictions for all the games I'm going to be discussing. Go check Football Overseas socials, and hopefully you're well and satisfied wherever you may be. Listen, we're going to kick off big because Eintracht Frankfurt play against Borussia Dortmund. Now, Frankfurt are third, Borussia Dortmund are 10th. Now, I am aware that Borussia Dortmund lost 4-2 to Holstein Kiel. That was awful. Like, let's keep in mind, guys. If I'm not mistaken, Holstein Kiel are like one of the last place teams. Let me check quick. Yep, they are. They're 17th. That in itself is pathetic. You get me. But then Frankfurt, their last game, they actually beat Freiburg 4-1. And Marmoush was involved with GAs. However, I do have to say, he will not be in the squad for this game because he is moving to Manchester City. So, yeah, it's just one of them ones in which they're already missing their talisman. So this might actually help Borussia Dortmund, but it is away from home for Borussia Dortmund. It is at home for Frankfurt. But regardless, because how bad Borussia Dortmund are, I still think Frankfurt will get the job done. I still think they have enough. It's just that I don't think it's going to be as convincing as it could have been with Marmoush. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Eintracht Frankfurt tonight. Yep, exactly. Then we move on to Holstein Kiel, the team that beat Borussia Dortmund and they're 17th, against Hoffenheim, who lost against us 5-0. Now, I have to say, these two teams, they are as bad as one another because one is 16th, the other is 17th. And one is 3 points ahead of the other. Hoffenheim's 3 points ahead of the other. Now, Hoffenheim do have some good players. I mean, they have Kramaric, he was bad last game, but he's, in general, pretty good. But then again, he's not as good as he was years prior. Pras, the fullback from Austria, he's pretty good. Bischoff, who just, I didn't even read more Bayern news. Did he finish his medical with us, or? The point is, he has decided to join us in the summer for free. He's not extending with Hoffenheim, but I do expect him to do good in a game like this. And yeah, man, listen, I'm gonna edge the win to Hoffenheim despite them being away from home, and I'm gonna do so with a 1-0 win. 1-0 win. Then we go on to Heidenheim versus say Pauli. Now, again, similar position as one another. One's 14th, one's 15th. Both are on 14 points. A winner technically goes ahead of one another, unless if they draw, then say Pauli stays ahead of them. One of them games in which I will say that Heidenheim somehow get the win. I'm going to say Heidenheim win 2-0. And hopefully Paul Vanner does a job. FC Bayern Munich, we play against Wolfsburg at home. We won 5-0 against Hoffenheim. Pretty good performance, I'm not going to lie. But then again, I have to keep in mind, Hoffenheim were not good enough, as I mentioned earlier. And then we play against Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg, they won their last game. Their last win was against Borussia Monchengladbach 5-1, whereas the game prior, we only won 1-0. But again, Wolfsburg were home, we weren't, whatever. Anyway, regardless, I do think we will somehow win this game, especially the fact that Jamal Musiala will probably start again. But then again, I don't see it being as convincing because I also think Wolfsburg aren't bad as well. If I was to look at the players that Wolfsburg have, they have had players such as what's his name? I'll tell you names. No, not Mitch. So they've had Wind, they've had Amora, Grant. Oh, they have Arnold. Arnold's been doing all right for them this season. Weirdly enough, you'd think the guy would not be doing good enough. They are. I mean, he is. Mele, if you guys don't remember him, the fullback slash wingback from Denmark. He was at Atalanta. He's been doing good this season. Um, their goalkeeper's done pretty well as well, Camille Grabara, and we know how our finishing can be. So yeah, I'm going to say that we win, but I don't think it's going to be that convincing. I'm saying we win 2-1. Bayern 2-1 win as of right now. That's my prediction. Then we move on to Stuttgart versus Freiburg, which, by the way, I think I got my prediction correct. Somebody check and let me know in the chat, because I did say Stuttgart was going to beat Leipzig, and they did. And it was, I believe, 3-1 as well. No, 2-1, sorry. Yeah, 2-1, sorry. And I think I predicted 2-1 to them, or 3-1, something like that. So, regardless, I predicted them to win. They did. Listen, in regards to the game with Freiburg, I mean, Stuttgart are 5th after having a bad start to the season. Freiburg, they are now 8th. Their last game, they did lose. They lost to Frankfurt 4-1. I do think Stuttgart will get the win at home. Sebastian Hoeneß's men will take care of business, and I do think they'll win 3-0. Then we move on to Bayer Leverkusen, in which inshallah, b'idhnillah, Leverkusen loses one. But will they? I don't know. We'll see. Leverkusen, they play against Borussia Monchengladbach, as I said. Leverkusen second, they're literally chasing us. They're coming for our necks. Borussia Monchengladbach, they are 11th. That one of their losses was against us. The other one, they lost against Wolfsburg recently, as I mentioned, 5-1. And I think it will continue to be another L, unfortunately. I think Leverkusen are, even though they didn't play their best against Mainz, I do have to say, I watched that game a bit, obviously as a hate watch. They somehow won. Free kick from Grimaldo, the rest was history. And that's sometimes what you need, man. You get me? So I do expect them to win at home in the Bay Arena, and my result will be 2-0. I think they win 2-0, man. Not even gonna lie. And then we move on to Union Berlin against Mainz. Mainz, listen, I mean, Union Berlin 13th. They haven't won in a while. At least Mainz have, and their only loss in the last 4 games was against Leverkusen, in which if they were able to finish their dinner, yeah, maybe they would have actually have a win and actually help us, but they didn't. So, yeah, listen, I have a weird feeling. If I said win, I changed my mind. I have a weird feeling this ends up being a 1-1 draw. Union Berlin 1, Mainz 1. That's what I'm going with. And lastly, Bremen play against Augsburg. 9th Bremen against 12th Augsburg. Now, Bremen, their last game, they drew to Heidenheim 3-3. That was a tight game. Augsburg, they won against Union Berlin 2-0. So I do expect, weirdly enough, for Augsburg to sneak a victory 2-0. Not 2-0, 2-1. That's what I'm predicting. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Let me know your predictions and all that type of stuff. And yeah, listen, you already know what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications on Football Overseas, and go check his socials. Like and comment your way through. Give me your predictions. And hopefully you guys are well and satisfied wherever you may be. I'm going to bounce now. See you later.